Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Amra and this is Amra's Beauty Blog. If you're a subscriber, then a welcome return. If you like this video, then please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for weekly uploads. So first of all, I wanted to wish you all a happy new year. So today I'm going to be talking about Lisa Eldridge. I happened to go to her pop-up yesterday because I'm an Emerald member and was invited prior to their launch of their pop-up, which is happening between Wednesday this week till Saturday, and it will be in Covent Garden. It's at 72 NEAL Street. I wanted to tell you what happened. So it was a very rainy day yesterday, windy. The day before it'd been snowing, so we were queuing up from about 10 o'clock. I went with a good friend and we basically queued up together and we had umbrellas and everyone was just kind of trying to get each other sort of upbeat and sort of excited for Lisa's pop-up. Not long after we started queuing, we noticed Lisa had gone into the store. It was very exciting because we could see the store from the outside, and it was for the launch of her Pinpoint Concealers. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about the Pinpoint Concealer because Lisa has done that in her most recent video, but what I will do today is show you what I picked up. At the pop-up itself, you got an opportunity to get colour matched, which was fantastic because for me, with things like this, I really need to be colour matched. I think that when you look at something on a screen and you see the colours, it's never the same as when you try it on your skin, and that goes the same for foundations as well. I was really excited to try them. I was kind of umming and ahhing about a couple of shades because I wanted to experiment with these and pick up a few different shades to see kind of what I could do to make it kind of work with my skin tone. You got a choice of hot drinks, you got a cookie by the brand Creme, which is absolutely delicious. I think it had a banana and dark chocolate cookie, which was so lovely. There was a vending machine where you could win something, and I actually won something. I never win any of these, pick up something from the machine, and I won a 15% discount. I am also a pro member of Lisa's program, so I get a certain amount off for being a MUA as well. That was really helpful because I got to pick out a few more shades than I would have if I didn't have the discount. Also, you got to meet Lisa, which was the biggest thing. As soon as you walked in, Lisa remembered me, and it was so lovely to see her again. I'd not seen her since her last pop-up. I think she had an event at Liberty and I met her there, and she was just so lovely and so wonderful in person as I remembered, and I congratulated her on her MBE, and she was just so lovely to talk to and explain to me what this concealer could do. I'm very excited to say that, kind of listening to what she's saying, that there may be other concealer launches. This is like the first one that came out of the lab by the sounds of it that was ready. She'll have others that are going to be more suited for under the eye, whereas this is more for pinpoint concealing, and I'm going to show you how I use it. Very exciting. And on top of that, she had a launch of her brush, which was the No.2 buffer brush, which I picked up. So what I'm going to do is use that brush to put on my foundation, and I'm going to use it like a foundation brush, but I'm going to use it for her skin tint and put that on after I have done the pinpoint concealing, because I like to see kind of what my skin looks like now, and I kind of liked Lisa's idea of doing it on a bare skin first. There are so many ways you could do this. You could do it when you have, as Lisa said, a full face of foundation, a skin tint, and then you go in and you do your correcting afterwards. I picked up 4 shades, and the reason I did this was because 3 of them were like borderline. I could kind of get away with the shades. One was slightly lighter, more kind of peachier in tone, and then the other 2 were kind of like, one was like my exact skin tone, and then the other shade that I picked up was more like a contour shade, because I really wanted to see whether I could do a little bit of contouring with this pencil because I really like the formula. So this is the little bag that I got of all the goodies. I was served by Lisa's team, who are absolutely fantastic, and I think they're so helpful. I met someone there who I met whilst I was working at Space &K, and she was the trainer for Lisa's brand, and we knew each other from when I worked at Space &K, and she was just so lovely and she helped me pick some of the colours out. So thank you very much, Beth. As part of queuing up for the first 100, you also got a free gift, and I got the Lisa Eldridge Balm Embrace shade, and I picked the shade Epinouille. I've already got these, as you all know, and it was just lovely to have a backup of this, and Lisa let you pick as well what shade you wanted, and I kind of like Epinouille. I think Epinouille is a really gorgeous pinky shade. It's really nice and everyday. Then I also, like I said, picked up 4 of the new Pinpoint concealers, so this is what they look like. I decided to go with these particular shades, and as I go through the video I'll explain why I picked them. I was colour matched to shade 6 and 7. Now 6 has got kind of like a peachy undertone, so I thought it'd be good to kind of colour correct a little bit, and then I got 7 because it was kind of close to my skin tone. But then when we went back and I went back again, we looked at shade 9 and that was a really good colour for me as well, so I kind of got away with that. Then number 13 I picked up when I decided to just experiment a little bit, and this one is more like a cool toned colour, and I thought it would look really good for like a kind of contouring effect, so I'm going to give that a go. As part of this, you got a gift with purchase. Lisa launched this beautiful pouch, which I'm just going to show you now, and this pouch is limited edition and it's in a faux leather. This is a really good way to store your Pinpoint concealers or little pencils that you might have. It's just really lovely, so I got this as well. Just wanted to show you how that looks. So that was with a gift with purchase, so spending a certain amount. And then I also got the Lisa Eldridge brush, which this was the brush that I mentioned that she just launched, and it's her Seamless Blend makeup brush, and it's the face buffing brush, and it is number 2. Meticulously designed by Lisa, the face buffing brush features ultra densely packed bristles that form a smooth, even dome for seamless all over face application, ensuring all liquid complexion formulas are evenly distributed without clumping or streaking. Crafted with Dermocura, a distinctive synthetic fibre, this brush is hypoallergenic and suitable for all skin types, even the most delicate and sensitive. Its silky fibres are ideal for all face products and make it easy to clean. So it's cruelty-free, vegan and latex-free. It's funny because I didn't actually intend to go in for the brush, but I heard she was launching this brush, and as soon as I saw this brush I thought I really wanted it. I love brushes like this. This does remind me a little bit of the Sonia G mini brushes that she's launched, because it's quite petite, it's quite small, but it's powerful, packs a punch, and I can imagine using this traveling and using it for foundation application. Now, I wanted to show you this afterwards. You can use it as well, like Lisa did in her video, for applying highlighter. It's just a great brush, so I thought I would show you this in action as well. Let's take a look at these. So I'm gonna swatch all of these for you and show you the differences. There's a particular technique that Lisa's team told me to try when I do this, and Lisa talks about it in her video. When you put this to cover certain parts of your face that you are covering, don't do a perfect circle. What they recommend you do is sort of wiggle it and then leave it open so that you can blend it out. And you do have some time to blend it out because it does dry. Do be aware of that. It's better to do that than just have a perfect circle, because that's too hard to blend. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open all 4 of these and I'm going to quickly do a hand swatch first of these. Here are the 4 shades that I picked up. So I have shade 6, 7, 9 and 13. I'll leave the description of each one as I go through below. So here are all the shades side by side. You can see that they are all really lovely in tone. This is 6, 7, 9 and 13. Correct. So this is the Pinpoint Concealer in the shade number 6. So that's what 6 looks like. Then this is the shade number 7, just there. This is the shade number 9, so very similar to my skin tone there, number 9. So let me show you the final shade, which is 13, which is here. So I was planning on using that like a kind of contour type shade. So looking at shade 6 and 7, I think I can use these to kind of either lighten certain areas or just kind of correct, basically brighten, because it's slightly lighter than my skin tone. And then areas where I just want to like just plainly cover, I'm going to use shade 9 for that because it's a bang on match for my skin tone. But let's just have a play. So I'm kind of following what Lisa mentioned. Look at other areas of my face that need sort of brightening, and this has that kind of brightening and peachy effect, and this is shade 6. Just take the shade and put it like a kind of wiggly line like that, and just tap it into my skin, put it very lightly in places where I want it to look a bit brighter. And I can just take that and I'm just wiggling it there and I'm just dabbing it where I want it to look a little bit brighter. And you can see it's already looking brighter here. And I haven't really put a huge amount on, but you can see where I want it to be a little bit brighter. So I'm kind of using the pencil like that. It's quite creamy, the consistency, but it dries and becomes a beautiful finish as soon as I've dabbed it on. So I'm just using my finger to kind of take that lightness and put it where I want it to go. This feels like a Photoshop correcting pen. It's correcting things that you don't want kind of to be seen. And I really like that sort of detail that you can do with this pencil. So it's something that I've not seen on the market before. It's something really original, and I think this is probably one of the most original launches so far this year. And I think Lisa has totally smashed it with this sort of idea of what it can do. So you can see already that it's sort of brightening that area, and that is the shade 6. I do have freckles here which I may try and disguise. I'm going to test the other colour out now. So that's 6. So let me see what 7 does. This is shade 7 and this is what we originally kind of picked out, but you can take 7. If you can see what I did there, I literally saw this little patch here and I'm just going to do this, and it's like an eraser almost, but I'm just going to take my finger, and I don't know if you can see that, but Lisa mentioned that this even works with tattoos, but can you see how it's just covered that area so well, and you can't see anything there now. It's so good. And the reason why we were umming and ahhing is because 7 kind of works in the same way that 9 does, and I'll show you 9 on this capillary bit here. So this is shade 9, and I'm gonna use it to cover this section here. 9 is a little bit darker, but it still works. But it's kind of like doing a good job of just covering that capillary, and I'm going to go in again with a bit more product. I think 9 worked better on more the outside of my face because the inner part is a bit lighter. It still works there. Got a little sunspot here. This will be a good way to see how well it covers, but I'm literally taking it and wiggling the brush over, and can you see what it's doing? I mean, this is like magic. You know, we don't have the same shade on all of our face, so that's why I picked a couple of pencils, because I wanted to see how it worked with a more darker pencil, a more lighter pencil, and the kind of effect it had. What's great is that Lisa said on the end of it there's a sharpener, so you can sharpen it. It twists as well. And then I'm going to take the same shade again, and I'm just going to do this bit here, 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 because I really want to show you how magical this really is. This is without any foundation on yet. I haven't got any foundation, and I absolutely am so impressed with what that's done. It's kind of just made everything look like it's not there. It's like an eraser, and with Lisa's technique you can see that it's going away. And what they did at the event was, I have sort of redness around here, and I've got a little spot that came up last night on my nose, which is great, but I want to kind of cover that up. I'm going to take the number 6 shade because this has got a bit more of a kind of brightening effect with the colour. So I'm going to go around the nose, which is what she did, and there's the redness of that little spot there, and just put it around my nose like this. You don't have to be perfect with this, and I'm literally going to tap it into my nose. Can you see what that's done? It's like an eraser. It just made this area look a lot more calmer. You know, if there's any areas where you think, oh, it could be brighter, I like this number 6 for that, because it's got this kind of peachy undertone. So I'm just going to take pencil again and put it a little bit more where I felt like it was a bit more darker, and I'm kind of using it like a concealer, but I'm not going all the way under the eye, because Lisa said this is not what it's designed for. It's more for like this. So I'm just dabbing it here. It's just pinpointing where I want that brightness to be, but you can see already that area looks brighter. This is without any foundation on yet, guys. I'm just letting you know how good this is. I kind of feel like I'm going to take the shade 7. I'm just going to go in again because it's in a patch where it's a little bit lighter. So I've got my 7 and I'm just going to wiggle it over the sort of capillary area. That's a really good match, and I'm just going to tap it in. You can see that it's just covered that area so well. I'm just going in here because I can see a little bit that was not blended out. Can you see how well that's covered it? I'm going to take this 7 shade and put it here, just here, a little bit here and here, and just tap it in. What an ingenious thing. And I've got a few sort of spots that I had in the past, so I'm just going to use the number 7 here, here and here, and I'm just going to take my finger and pat it down, and it's working so well. I feel like I need number 6 here, just again around here. I've got number 6 here, and I'm just going to go in to that red part of my nose, a little bit around here, just to get rid of that redness, because I feel like the redness is still a little bit there, and then pat that in to the area around my nose. It works so well. I think that's pretty much kind of the areas that I want to cover as it stands. And I thought, let me try the darker shade that was that contour one. I thought for fun it would be good to pick up a colour, which I can use in my kit as well for someone of a darker skin tone. But I thought for me, just to try taking this shade and using it like a kind of contour. So I'm just going to blend it out a bit here, because this is a more cooler tone shade. I'm just patting it out, using it like so, just blending it out. That does work actually really well. So I'm just patting it out a little bit and doing the other side, taking that shade and then just patting it out as I use it as a contour. Lisa said that her pencils are quite multi-purpose, so I thought, you know what, let's just take another shade and just see what we can do to do something different. And it's giving it a slight contour here and on the other side as well, just dabbing it in. I'm now going to show you me using that number 2 brush that Lisa just launched, and then we're going to just add any more Pinpoint concealer to finish the look off. So for those that might be interested, my Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Enhancing Tint is in the shade 10, so we're going to put that on now. But I mean, look at how nice my skin looks without even putting the skin tint on. Just using the Pinpoint concealer, everything looks brighter than how it was when I first started, and things are covered. So what I would say is you could do this look without even having concealer or anything on and just have a good skin day if that's how you're feeling. You don't necessarily need to put any kind of skin tint or foundation on. But today I thought it would be good to demonstrate it together because I wanted to show you the brush. Let's take a look at shade 10. So I'm going to put some of that on my hand and then we're going to put this on together now. So I always like to start in the center, so we're just going to put some in that area there, and brush feels so lovely and soft. Just taking a little bit up to the forehead. Because I've done a lot of the work with the concealer, I'm just going to tap the rest of the product on around the face, but not move the concealer too much, because I really want you to see how the effect is with this as well. So enjoying this brush, it's so lovely. I like it a lot. By the way, it's really lovely to film again. I've had a bit of a break. I needed the break, so it's been really nice to be back. So hopefully I'll have more videos for you. This is the tint using the brush. Because Lisa doesn't have a concealer that goes under the eyes as such, I might just add a tad bit of concealer just underneath both eyes. And then we can just touch up with the Pinpoint Concealer the areas of the face that I need coverage, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so I've just gone away. I've added a tad bit of concealer from Marc Jacobs. It's an old concealer that I absolutely love, and it's kind of creamy. And I've put that under the eyes because I just wanted a little bit of brightness from the concealer. And I've got Lisa's Pinpoint Concealer with me in the shade number 6, and I thought what I could do is just double check areas around my face where I feel like it's still a little bit red, because this has got that sort of peach corrector. So I thought maybe there, because I can't seem for love nor money to get rid of this redness here. So I'm taking that again and trying to blend it around that actual area. But can you see the redness has gone now? I'm just trying to see if there's anywhere else on my face where I'd like to add a little bit more concealer. I'm thinking maybe just this section a little bit more. So I'm going to take the shade 9 here. Just do this with 9. I mean, normally I like my freckles to come through. Sometimes I like to cover it up, especially in the evening if I'm going out. So what I've done is literally taken the pencil. Can you see? It's gone. It's erased it. I cannot believe how good this is. You can see I'm just tapping the product. From afar, closer, you can see it a tad bit coming through, but it's not like how it was before that. I've got this little area here, which I'm just going to use the number 7 for, just here. And I'm just going to take number 7 and do this. Literally like a wiggly line. It feels like a eraser. It's really clever. You can still see it peeking through if you just dab it on. Just trying to... It doesn't look as strong as it did at the start, if that makes sense. So it's kind of blending into the background, and my skin looks a lot more kind of even. Maybe here we'll take number 7 again there, but... And then there maybe. And then I'm just going to dab it with my hand around that area. Lisa said you can kind of go in with like a powder if you want to in your T-zone, because I have combination skin. At the moment I think I'm quite happy with how it looks, so I'm just dabbing it across. Oh my god, look at how pretty this is. My skin looks immaculate. It looks really, really lovely, and all the areas that I kind of wanted to hide a little bit, I feel very happy that I've been able to do that. I thought I'd add one of Lisa's lipsticks. This is the one I wore at the event yesterday, and a lot of people asked me what shade this was. This is Ashes of Roses, and I thought let me just add that on the lips just to give it a bit of colour. It's in that gorgeous refill that she has. Just to give the face a little bit of something, because otherwise it just looks like it's missing something. And then I'm just going to add some mascara. This is Lisa's Kitten Lash mascara. And that is the sort of finished product, because I kind of want to leave it there because I just want to show you how good the skin looks. Right, so this is the finished look, and I have used all of the Pinpoint concealers and shown you how I would use these for an everyday kind of look. I am so impressed with how these work. They erase things that you just don't want to have seen. It makes the skin still look really, really nice. There is some playtime, but you have to be quite quick just so that the product kind of sits correctly. So do think about what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and then kind of blend it out. I've used my fingers throughout, but you can use a brush as well. I am really, really impressed, guys. I am very, very happy that Lisa has launched these, because I think we've all been waiting for our concealer from Lisa, and by the sounds of it, she's got more concealers coming, maybe 3 more different types, by the way she's put it. Stay tuned. The brush was beautiful. I really loved the way it felt on my skin, putting the skin tint on. As you can see, I'm glowing, and I haven't even got like her glow on. It's just the actual product that's making it all glow. So I've got Lisa's Elevated Glow in Solar Light, and I thought, let's try this brush right at the end. I'm going to add a little bit of it here and a little bit of it here, and just finish it off with this brush. So we've got my brush here, I'm just tapping the product in and giving that finish of that gorgeous glow just on the cheekbones here. Wow. So this brush is very multi-purpose. You can use it for foundation, you can use it for the highlighter, and it gives a gorgeous finish. Wow. Now that I have everything on, I just wanted to congratulate Lisa again for this beautiful launch. I'm sure that it's taken a lot of thought. The fact that it has been something that Lisa has been talking about for over the last 10, 15 years or even longer shows how passionate Lisa is about this technique. And she said she was known for this technique after having done it. I myself also suffered from acne when I was in my teens, and I could have done with this when I had spots. I had spots on my back, just like Lisa did, and I ended up using the contraceptive pill, which wasn't the most easiest thing to do. Well, that was the thing that helped to alleviate it. You know, when you're young and you've got, you know, that sort of problem area, I think this would have been such a blessing to have. And even as an adult now, I get acne, so the fact that I have this as a wonderful way of disguising my spots when I get them is just amazing. So I hope this video has been helpful. It's been lovely to film again, and I hope to get into a steady rhythm of filming for you. Please let me know your thoughts, your comments. Are you going to be visiting Lisa's pop-up? Are you going to be picking these up? I hope you do, because I think you're going to love them. I would recommend that you watch a lot of videos of people who have a similar skin tone to yourself, and if you can, go and physically try it in store. I know if you're not London based or if you're not UK based, that may be hard to do because Lisa isn't really in stores in the US yet. But I hope this video has given you some idea of what the colours look like in a physical sense. Please let me know your thoughts, your comments. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.